helped the Mafia boss's wife run away. But he cornered her and said, "Now you're mine." The crystal chandeliers sparkled like frozen tears above the grand ballroom. Elena adjusted the white roses for the third time. Her hands trembled slightly. Something felt wrong tonight. "Perfect," she whispered to herself, stepping back to admire the decoration. Wealthy guests filled the hall. Diamonds glittered on necks. Designer suits moved like shadows. The air smelled of expensive perfume and danger. Elena didn't belong here. Her boss had fallen sick this morning. She had to handle everything alone. The anniversary party. She thought it was just another rich couple celebrating their love. She was wrong. Her phone buzzed in her coat pocket. Again and again. She ignored it. Her eyes fixed on the massive cake at the center. A man stood beside it. Tall, dark suit, cold eyes. His presence commanded the room. "Vladimir," the name whispered through the crowd like a curse. Elena's blood ran cold. Russian Mafia boss. This wasn't just any anniversary party. This was his party. "Where is she?" someone whispered. "The wife, she's not here." "Did you hear? She ran away." With another man, the whispers grew louder, poison spreading through the room. Elena wanted to disappear, to run, but her feet wouldn't move. Vladimir's face turned red, rage burning beneath his skin, his jaw clenched, veins visible on his neck. Then his eyes found her. Dark, piercing, deadly. He raised one finger, a simple gesture. Two men in black suits appeared beside Elena. Their grip on her arms was iron. "Wait, what are you doing?" Elena's voice cracked. They dragged her forward, through the silent crowd, everyone watching, no one helping. She stood before Vladimir now, her heart hammering against her ribs. "Please, I'm just the decorator, I don't." "You'll cut the cake with me," Vladimir said. His voice was smooth, calm, terrifying. "What? No, I can't." He reached into his jacket pocket, pulled out a ring, a massive diamond that caught the light like trapped fire. Before Elena could protest, he slid it onto her finger. "I don't like being made a fool," Vladimir announced to the room. His voice echoed. "My wife has disappointed me, but I am not a man who stands alone." He turned to Elena, his eyes boring into hers. "From this moment you are my wife." The crowd erupted in applause, clapping like trained seals, smiling like it was normal. "This can't be happening." "What? No, you can't just..." Elena tried to pull away. A priest appeared from nowhere. Or maybe he'd been there all along. Everything blurred. Words were spoken. Vows she didn't remember saying. Her voice felt distant, trapped in someone else's body. "You may kiss the bride." Vladimir's lips touched hers. Cold, possessive. A claim, not a kiss. More applause. Louder now. Elena's world spun. The lights, the faces, the ring weighing down her hand like a shackle. "I'm not a toy," she hissed when the crowd's attention shifted. "You can't just..." "But I did." Vladimir's tone was matter of fact. He adjusted his cufflinks. "Now collect yourself. We're leaving." "I won't go anywhere with you." He leaned closer, his breath warm against her ear. "You will. Or I'll make sure everyone you love regrets your defiance." The threat hung in the air. Real, heavy. Elena's knees weakened. She had no family, but friends, co-workers. I need to use the restroom," she managed. Vladimir studied her face, reading her like a book. 5 minutes. She practically ran. The restroom was marble and gold. Too beautiful for the panic attack happening inside Elena's chest. She locked the stall door, fumbled for her phone. 17 missed calls, all from the same number. Sophia, her friend, her good friend from years ago, the woman who... Elena's stomach dropped. She opened the messages with shaking fingers. "Sophia, Elena, please answer. Did anything happen at the party?" "Sophia, I'm leaving my husband. You don't know him, but don't tell anyone about me." "Sophia, thank you for not saying anything. You're the only one who knows." Elena's vision blurred. The memory crashed over her like a wave. Earlier that evening, before the guests arrived, Elena had been carrying flowers through the back corridor when she saw them. Sophia, her old friend, with a man Elena didn't recognize. Elena... Sophia had grabbed her hands, eyes bright with desperate hope. "You are today's event organizer, I guess. I am leaving my toxic husband. Please don't tell anyone that you saw me. Sophia, why are you cheating on your husband? Who is he? I know. I never loved him. This marriage. It was arranged. A business deal. But I found real love now. Real happiness. I can't tell you his name. He is dangerous. The man behind Sophia had looked nervous. Young. Nothing like Vladimir. Please, Sophia begged. If you ever cared about me, forget you saw us. Elena had nodded, numb, confused, and Sophia had disappeared into the night. Now Elena understood. She was Vladimir's wife, and she saw her running. Even her texts were in her phone. Vladimir knew someone had helped Sophia, or at least knew about her escape. And he'd chosen Elena, randomly, cruelly. Or did he suspect? Her phone buzzed again. Another message from Sophia. No. Elena deleted everything. Every call, every message, every trace of Sophia's contact. Her hand shook so badly she nearly dropped the phone. If he finds out, I knew. She couldn't finish the thought. Taking a deep breath, Elena straightened her coat, wiped her eyes, tried to look normal. When she stepped out, Vladimir was waiting by the door, leaning against the wall. Arms crossed. His eyes narrowed. You look pale. I'm fine. You're lying. This is insane. You can't force someone to marry you. And yet, he gestured to her ring finger. Here we are. This isn't legal. This isn't real. In my world, it's both. Vladimir pushed off the wall, moved closer. You're hiding something. Elena's heart stopped. I'm not. Your eyes keep darting away. Your breathing is shallow. You're terrified. Of course I'm terrified. You just kidnapped me. He studied her for a long moment, then smiled. It didn't reach his eyes. Come, the car is waiting. Where are you taking me? Home, our home now. He started walking, expected her to follow. Elena's mind raced. She could run, scream, call for help. But the police in this city, everyone knew they worked for Vladimir. And if she ran, if she fought, he would investigate. He would discover her connection to Sophia. And then, she thought of Sophia's hopeful messages, her new life, her chance at happiness. I have to protect her, just for a while. Just until she's safe. How long? Elena asked, following him. How long what? How long do I have to pretend to be your wife? Vladimir opened the car door, a sleek black vehicle that looked bulletproof. Until I find my real wife, he said coldly, and make her pay for humiliating me. Elena's blood turned to ice. She climbed into the car. The door closed with a heavy thunk. Vladimir sat beside her, too close, his presence overwhelming. As the car pulled away from the venue, Elena stared out the window, watched the city lights blur. I'm sorry, Sophia. I'll keep your secret, even if it kills me. Vladimir's hand suddenly covered hers. She flinched. Relax, he said softly, dangerously. You're my wife now. Try to look like you don't hate me. Elena couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. The ring on her finger felt like it was burning her skin, and somewhere in the darkness, she felt Vladimir watching her, always watching, knowing more than he should. He suspects. He knows something. The thought followed her into the night, into whatever hell came next. Paris at dawn looked like a painting. Elena stood on the balcony of the luxury hotel. The Eiffel Tower glowed in the distance. Soft pink light spread across the sky. Beautiful, peaceful. A lie. You should eat something. Vladimir's voice made her jump. He stood in the doorway, coffee in hand, dressed casually, white shirt, dark pants. He looked normal. Not like a monster. I'm not hungry, Elena said quietly. You haven't eaten since yesterday. I wonder why. Her voice dripped with sarcasm. Vladimir crossed the balcony, set the coffee cup on the railing beside her. Drink, at least. She stared at it. Is it poisoned? If I wanted you dead, you'd already be dead. The casual way he said it made her skin crawl. But she took the cup, warm. The steam smelled expensive. They stood in silence, Paris waking up below them. Why are we here? Elena finally asked. Honeymoon. Vladimir's lips curved slightly. Isn't that what newlyweds do? We're not. To the world, we are. He turned to face her. You wear my ring. You carry my name. You will act accordingly. Elena wanted to throw the coffee in his face. Run. Scream. Instead, she took a sip. It burned her tongue. For how long? She whispered. As long as it takes. To find Sophia? Vladimir's jaw tightened at the name. My wife. Yes. Ex-wife, Elena thought. She's free now. Please let her be free. The days blurred together. Vladimir took her everywhere. The Louvre, Notre Dame, expensive restaurants where people whispered and stared. He played the role perfectly. Attentive husband, gentle touches, soft words in public. But Elena saw the truth in his eyes. Cold calculation, control, possession. At a cafe overlooking the Seine, he ordered for both of them. Spoke perfect French. The waiter smiled and called them a beautiful couple. Elena felt sick. Try to smile, Vladimir said when the waiter left. You look like you're at a funeral. Maybe I am. Dramatic. He cut into his food. I haven't hurt you. You kidnapped me. I married you. There's a difference. Not to me. An old couple at the next table glanced over. Vladimir's smile didn't waver. Lower your voice, he said pleasantly. We're in love, remember? Elena's hands clenched under the table. I hate you. I know. He took a sip of wine. But you'll pretend otherwise. That night, they returned to the hotel. Elena's phone buzzed. She froze. Vladimir's eyes snapped to her, sharp, immediate. Who's calling you? I don't know. Probably work. Give me the phone. No. He stood, walked toward her slowly. Elena, the phone. Her heart raced. She backed away. It's nothing, just... He grabbed her wrist, not hard, but firm, unyielding. If it's nothing, you won't mind showing me. Sophia. What if it's Sophia? Elena's mind screamed. She'd deleted everything. But what if there were new messages? It's my friend, from work, she lied quickly. Vladimir stared at her, reading every micro-expression, every breath. Then he released her wrist. Answer it, on speaker. Elena's hands shook as she checked the phone. Unknown number. Relief flooded through her. See? Spam. But Vladimir's suspicion didn't fade. His eyes stayed on her face, studying, analyzing. You're afraid of something, he said softly. I'm afraid of you. No, it's something else. He stepped closer. What are you hiding? Nothing. Elena? His voice dropped, dangerous. I always find the truth. Always. So whatever secret you're keeping, it will come out. And when it does, there's no secret. She forced herself to meet his eyes. You're paranoid. For a moment, they stood there, locked in silent battle. Then Vladimir smiled, cold, knowing. We'll see. Day 3. Venice. Gondolas floated through narrow canals. Music drifted from cafes. Couples laughed and kissed under bridges. Elena felt like she was drowning. Vladimir bought her a mask at a shop. Beautiful. Gold and black. For carnival, the shopkeeper said. Try it on, Vladimir urged. Elena held the mask to her face, stared at her reflection. Who am I becoming? Perfect, Vladimir said. You look like a different person. Maybe that's what I need to be. He laughed, actually laughed. The sound startled her. You're stronger than you think, he said. Most people break by now. Maybe I'm already broken. Vladimir's laughter faded. Something flickered in his eyes. Almost like respect. No, you're a fighter. He took the mask from her hands. That's why I chose you. You didn't choose me, you trapped me. Same thing in my world. They walked along the canal, his hand on her lower back. To anyone watching, they looked perfect. But Elena's phone buzzed again. Vladimir's hand tightened. Again, his voice was ice. I'll check it later. Check it now. She pulled out the phone. Her stomach in knots. One new message, from an unknown number. Her finger hovered over it. Vladimir watched like a hawk. She opened it. Your decorating service has a new inquiry. Please respond. Just work. Just normal work. But Vladimir's eyes narrowed. You're sweating. It's hot. It's 60 degrees. Elena's breath caught. I'm just tired. Of this. Of pretending. Vladimir studied her for a long, terrible moment. Then his phone rang. He answered immediately, spoke rapid Russian. His expression darkened. When he hung up, everything changed. We're leaving. he said curtly. What? Why? Back to Russia, now. Day 4. The private jet felt like a cage. Vladimir made calls, barked orders. His entire demeanor shifted. The gentle tourist was gone. The Mafia boss returned. Elena sat in silence, watching clouds pass below. 4 days, that's all I get. When they landed, a car waited. Black, sleek, men in suits everywhere. Vladimir opened the door for her, almost gentle. This is where we part ways, he said. Elena's head snapped up. What? You're free. Go back to your little office, your little life. He straightened his jacket. I have work to do. You're letting me go? For now. His eyes met hers. Dark. Unreadable. I need to find my wife. My real wife. And when I do. He didn't finish. Didn't need to. Elena's blood ran cold. Sophia, what will you do to her? The words escaped before she could stop them. Vladimir's smile was cruel. What she deserves. She humiliated me, betrayed me, and whoever helped her. He leaned closer. We'll suffer the same fate. Elena couldn't breathe. Why are you asking? Vladimir tilted his head. Do you know something? No, she's a person, a human being. She's a traitor. He stepped back. Now go, before I change my mind. The driver opened the car door, waiting. Elena wanted to run, to disappear forever. But Sophia's face haunted her. I have to warn her. She climbed out of the car, legs shaking. Vladimir watched her, always watching. Elena, he called as she started to walk away. She turned. I'll be seeing you again, soon. It wasn't a question. It was a promise. The car drove away. Elena stood alone on the sidewalk. Her phone buzzed. Sophia, thank you for everything. I'm safe now. New life, new love. He'll never find me. Elena's hands trembled. He's looking for you, right now. She had to warn her. Had to tell her to run further. Hide better. But if I contact her, if Vladimir is watching, Elena deleted the message and ran straight to Sophia's hiding place. She had no choice, even if it meant walking into the fire herself. The apartment building looked forgotten. Cracked walls, peeling paint, a place where people came to disappear. Elena's heart hammered as she climbed the stairs. 3rd floor, apartment 7B. She knocked softly. Sophia, it's me, Elena. Silence, then footsteps. The door cracked open. Sophia's face appeared, pale, thin, but smiling. Elena, what are you? Her smile faded. You shouldn't be here. I had to warn you, he's looking for you, Vladimir, Come inside, quickly. The apartment was tiny. 1 room, a mattress on the floor, boxes everywhere. A man sat by the window, young, nervous eyes, Sophia's new love. This is Alexei, Sophia said. Alexei, this is my friend Elena. He nodded but didn't speak. Elena grabbed Sophia's hands. You need to run, further. He's hunting you. He's obsessed. How do you know? Sophia's eyes narrowed. How do you know what Vladimir is doing? Elena hesitated. The ring on her finger suddenly felt heavy. She'd forgotten to take it off. Sophia saw it. Her face went white. Elena, what is that? It's not what you think. That's Vladimir's ring. I recognize it. Sophia stepped back. Why are you wearing his ring? He forced me that night at the anniversary party. You married him? Sophia's voice rose. You married my husband? Ex-husband. And I didn't have a choice. The door exploded inward. Wood splintered, lock shattered. Vladimir stood in the doorway. Time froze. His eyes swept the room, landed on Sophia, then Alexei, then Elena. Well, he said softly, isn't this cozy? Elena's legs gave out. She grabbed the wall for support. Sophia screamed. Alexei jumped in front of her. Vladimir walked in slowly, calm, controlled, like a predator that had already won. Sophia, my dear wife. His voice was poison sweet. You've been hard to find. Stay away from her. Alexei's voice cracked. Vladimir didn't even look at him, his eyes fixed on Elena. But you made it easy. He smiled. I knew from the first night. Elena's blood turned to ice. What? You think I didn't notice? The deleted messages? The fear in your eyes. The way you flinched every time your phone rang. He took another step. I tracked your phone. Waited. Watched. And you led me straight to her. No, Elena whispered. You used me. Vladimir continued. Wore my ring. Pretended to be my wife. All while protecting her. He gestured to Sophia. Did you really think you were that clever? I'm sorry, Elena's voice broke. Sorry? Vladimir laughed, dark, bitter. You will be. He finally turned to Sophia. As for you, please. Sophia stepped forward. Don't hurt Alexei. This is between us. He didn't. Relax. Vladimir's voice was ice. I'm not here to kill anyone. Everyone froze. You're not? Alexei stammered. Vladimir pulled out an envelope, threw it on the floor. Divorce papers signed, you're free. Sophia stared at the envelope like it might explode. What's the catch? She whispered. No catch. I don't want a wife who doesn't want me. Vladimir straightened his cuffs. You're a coward, Sophia. You ran instead of talking, but I'm not a monster. He turned to Alexei. Take her. Leave Russia. If I see either of you again. He didn't finish. Alexei grabbed the envelope. Sophia's hand. They didn't wait. They ran. The door slammed behind them, leaving Elena alone with Vladimir. The silence was deafening. You lied to me, Vladimir said quietly. I was protecting her. You made a fool of me. Again. He stepped closer. First my wife, then you. Both of you liars. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't help you now. His eyes were dead, empty. You played a dangerous game, Elena, and you lost. Elena backed toward the door. What are you going to do? What do you think? He tilted his head. You know my secrets. You know my world. You wore my ring, played my wife. His smile was terrifying. Did you really think I'd just let you walk away? Please, run. What? I said run. Vladimir's voice dropped. You have 60 seconds. Then I come after you. And when I find you. He leaned close, whispered in her ear. You'll wish you'd never met me. Elena didn't think. She ran. Down the stairs, out into the street. The city was dark, empty, cold. Where do I go? Where can I hide? She ran until her lungs burned, until her legs screamed. A taxi. She flagged it down. Airport, please, fast. The driver nodded, drove. Elena's hands shook as she bought a ticket. First flight out. Didn't matter where. A snowy country, far from here. He'll never find me there. 1 week later, the mountain town was silent. Snow fell softly, covering everything. Pure white, clean. Elena worked at a small restaurant, served soup and bread, kept her head down. Nobody asked questions here. She rented a tiny room above a bakery. At night, she listened to the wind howl. Safe, I'm safe. She almost believed it. The storm came on the 7th day. Elena closed the restaurant early. Snow fell thick. Visibility almost zero. She walked home quickly, head down, coat pulled tight. The street was empty. Then shapes appeared in the snow. 3 men, drunk, loud. Elena's heart sank. Hey, beautiful one called in broken English. She walked faster. They followed. Don't be rude, we just want to talk. Leave me alone. Elena's voice shook. One grabbed her arm, pulled her back. We said talk. Elena swung her bag, hit him in the face. He stumbled, cursed. The others lunged. She screamed, fought, kicked. Then headlights. A white car appeared through the snow, sleek, expensive. Wrong for this small town. The door opened. Vladimir stepped out. Elena's scream died in her throat. The 3 men froze. Vladimir said nothing, just looked at them. One by one, they backed away, disappeared into the storm. Silence. Vladimir turned to Elena. Snow gathered on his shoulders, in his dark hair. Get in the car, he said calmly. No. Get in! Elena's legs moved on their own. Survival instinct. Or something else. She climbed into the warm car. Vladimir got in beside her, started driving. How did you find me? Elena whispered. I always find what's mine. I'm not yours. You ran. For a week you hid. He didn't look at her. Did you really think it would work? Elena's throat tightened. Where are you taking me? Somewhere we can talk, without interruptions. The car pulled up to a building. Modern, glass and steel, out of place in this snowy town. An apartment complex. Vladimir led her inside, up the elevator, into a penthouse suite. Floor-to-ceiling windows, view of the mountains, expensive furniture. You've been planning this, Elena said numbly. I own properties everywhere. Vladimir poured 2 drinks. Sit. I'd rather stand. Suit yourself. He took a sip. You saved my life once. Did you know that? Elena blinked. What? Those men, in the snow, they weren't random. Vladimir's eyes met hers. They were sent to hurt you, to send me a message. My enemies know you're connected to me now. I'm not. You wore my ring, traveled with me. The entire underworld saw us together. He set down his glass. You're a target now, Elena, whether you like it or not. Her knees weakened. She sank onto the couch. So what do I do? She whispered. Vladimir walked to the window, stared out at the snow. You stay with me, where I can protect you. That's not protection, that's prison. Call it what you want. He turned, his face unreadable. But if you run again, next time I won't save you. I'll watch you die, and then I'll walk away. Elena's hands clenched. You're a monster. Yes. No emotion, no denial. But I'm the monster keeping you alive. He walked to the door. This is your room. Don't try to leave. The building is guarded. He paused at the doorway. If you want to kill me, there's a knife in the kitchen. Feel free to try. The door closed, leaving Elena alone, in a cage made of glass and snow, with a monster who somehow kept saving her life. 3 days passed like years. Elena tried the door 14 times, always locked from outside. The windows didn't open, bulletproof glass. Food appeared 3 times a day. Silent guards left trays, never spoke. Vladimir came and went. Sometimes she heard him in the next room. Sometimes he disappeared for hours. She was alone, but never free. Day 4. Elena found the knife. Kitchen drawer, sharp, heavy, perfect. She held it in her hands, stared at her reflection in the blade. Could I really? She thought of Sophia. Free now, living with Alexei somewhere safe. Because I stayed. Because I became the distraction. The knife felt cold. Elena walked to the living room. Vladimir sat on the couch, reading papers. Calm. He didn't look up. Are you going to stand there all day? He asked. Elena's grip tightened. You knew I'd find it. Obviously. You want me to try. I want you to decide. He finally looked at her. Are you a killer, Elena? Or are you just angry? She stepped closer, the knife pointed at him. Vladimir didn't move, didn't flinch. Do it, he said quietly. If you hate me that much, end it. Elena's hands shook. You ruined my life. No, I saved it multiple times. You trapped me. I protected you. His voice rose slightly. Those men in the snow? And there are more, everywhere, waiting. Because of you? Yes, because of me. He stood slowly. So kill me. Free yourself. He walked toward her. Elena's heart raced. Stop. He kept coming, until the blade pressed against his chest. Right here, Vladimir said. Between the ribs, quick. Elena's breathing quickened. Her hands trembled violently. I hate you, she whispered. I know. You're a monster. I know. You deserve to die. Perhaps. His eyes never left hers. So do it. Seconds stretched into eternity. Then the knife clattered to the floor. Elena's legs gave out. Vladimir picked up the knife, walked to the kitchen. When he returned, Elena was still on the floor, head in her hands. Why can't I do it? She cried. Because you're not like me. Vladimir sat beside her. You're good, Elena. Even when you're angry. I don't want to be good, I want to be free. Those are the same thing for you. Elena looked up, tears streaming. What does that mean? Vladimir stood, walked to his desk, came back with her phone. Here. She stared at it. What? Your phone. Call whoever you want. The police, your friends, anyone. Elena grabbed it, hands shaking, She dialed. "Hello, police, I need help. I'm being held." "Address?" the operator asked. Elena gave it. "We'll send someone immediately." Hope surged through her chest. 20 minutes later, the doorbell rang. Vladimir opened it. 2 police officers stood there, senior ranking. Both looked nervous. "Sir," one said, nodded respectfully to Vladimir. "We received a call." "My wife." Vladimir gestured to Elena. "She's had a difficult week, you understand." The officers looked at Elena. "Ma'am, are you in danger?" Elena's mouth opened. "Yes, he's holding me here." The older officer stepped inside, looked around. Saw the expensive furniture, the clean apartment, Elena's untouched dinner on the table. "Sir, if there's any problem with your security, we can arrange additional patrols," the officer said to Vladimir. "That would be helpful," Vladimir replied smoothly. "My enemies are restless lately." "We understand." The officer turned to Elena. "Ma'am, if you need anything, please call us directly. We're here to help." They left. Just like that. Elena stared at the closed door. They didn't help. "They work for me," Vladimir said simply. "This entire town does." Something inside Elena broke. She laughed, hysterical, bitter. "I can't escape. I can't kill you. I can't get help." She turned to him. "So what do you want from me?" Vladimir's expression shifted. Something dark. Something hungry. "Acceptance," he said. "Of what?" "That you're mine now, in every way." Elena's breath caught. "No. You wear my ring. You carry my name. You live in my world." He stepped closer. "The only thing missing—" "Don't," her voice cracked, "is you accepting it." "I'll never." Vladimir's hand cupped her face, gentle, terrifying. "You will," he whispered, "eventually." That night, Elena locked herself in the bedroom. She pushed furniture against the door, sat on the floor, waited. Hours passed. Vladimir never came. But around midnight, she heard him, in the next room, pacing. Then silence. Elena crept to the door, pressed her ear against it. Nothing. Slowly, she moved the furniture, opened the door a crack. Vladimir sat on the couch, head in his hands, a bottle of vodka beside him, half empty. He looked broken. Elena had never seen him like this. "I know you're watching," he said without looking up. She froze. "Come here, I won't hurt you." Against her better judgment, she stepped out. Vladimir looked up. His eyes were red, exhausted. "Sit." "I'd rather—" "Please." The word shocked her. He'd never said please before. Elena sat, far away, ready to run. Vladimir poured 2 glasses, slid one to her. "I didn't want this," he said quietly. "Want what?" "You. This situation. Any of it." He drank. "I wanted my wife to love me, to choose me. But she didn't. She ran. Because you're a criminal. Because I'm cold." He looked at her. "I was taught to be. My father. He raised me in this world. No softness, no weakness. Love is weakness." Elena's anger wavered. "That's not an excuse." "It's not. It's an explanation." He set down his glass. "When Sofia ran, everyone laughed at me. The great Vladimir. Couldn't even keep his wife. So you grabbed me, to save face." "Yes, no denial. But then what?" Vladimir's jaw clenched. "You fought. You lied to protect your friend. You risked everything." He looked away. "You're stronger than Sofia ever was. Braver. More loyal. So what? You decided to keep me prisoner?" "I decided to keep you alive." His voice hardened. "And if that means you hate me, fine. Better you hate me and live than love me and die." Elena's throat tightened. "You're insane." "Probably." They sat in silence. The storm outside howled. "Can I ask you something?" Elena finally said. "Yes." "If I stay, if I stop fighting, will you let me have some freedom? Some life?" Vladimir considered. "What kind of life?" "I don't know. Work, friends, something normal." "Normal doesn't exist in my world." "Then something close to it." He studied her face. "You won't run?" "Where would I go? You'll just find me again." A smile ghosted across his lips. True. So? Fine. You can work. Keep your old job if you want, but what? You come home to me every night, no exceptions. His eyes locked on hers. And you stop trying to kill me. Elena almost laughed. Deal. They shook hands. His grip was warm, firm. For the first time in days, Elena felt like she could breathe. But then Vladimir pulled her closer. One more thing, he said softly. What? You need to understand. You're not a prisoner, Elena. You're my wife. There's a difference. Before she could protest, his lips found hers. Not forceful, not cruel. Almost tender. Elena's mind screamed to pull away, but her body betrayed her. For just a moment, she kissed him back. When they parted, Vladimir's eyes were dark with something she couldn't name. Good night, Elena, he said, stood, walked to his room, left her sitting there, confused, angry, terrified, because somewhere deep inside, she hadn't hated that kiss. And that scared her more than anything. 3 weeks passed. Elena returned to her old life. Almost. She went back to her decorating job. Her boss welcomed her with questions she couldn't answer. Where were you? We were worried. Family emergency, Elena lied. It's complicated. But nothing was the same. Every morning, a black car dropped her at work. Every evening, it picked her up. Vladimir's men, always watching. At first, it suffocated her. But then she got used to it. That terrified her most of all. Elena stood in a client's mansion, arranging flowers for a birthday party. Normal work, normal life, except her phone buzzed every hour. Vladimir eat lunch. Vladimir the blue roses, not the red ones. Vladimir come home by 7. Commands disguised as concern. She wanted to throw the phone across the room. Instead, she typed back, I'm not a child. 3 dots appeared. Then, no. You're my wife. There's a difference. Elena's jaw clenched, but she chose blue roses. That night, she came home to the penthouse. Home. When did she start calling it that? Vladimir was in the kitchen, cooking. Elena froze in the doorway. You cook? Surprised? He didn't look up. Chopped vegetables with precise movements. Yes, actually. I'm Russian. We all cook. He glanced at her. Borscht. You'll like it. I don't like beets. You've never had mine. Elena set down her bag, watched him move around the kitchen, confident, comfortable. He looked normal, like a husband. The thought made her stomach twist. Stop staring, Vladimir said. I'm not. You are. Sit. Dinner's almost ready. Elena sat, watched him plate the food, steam rising. The smell was actually good. He placed a bowl in front of her, sat across the table. They ate in silence. The borscht was delicious. Elena hated that it was delicious. You made a face, Vladimir noted. What face? The I don't want to admit this is a good face. Elena almost smiled. Almost. It's adequate. Liar. They ate more. Then Elena asked, Why are you doing this? Doing what? This, cooking, acting normal. She set down her spoon. You're a mafia boss. You should be out there doing mafia things. Vladimir's eyes darkened. I do, when you're not here. What kind of things? Things you don't want to know about. Try me. He studied her. You really want to know? Yes. Vladimir leaned back. I run weapons, control territories, eliminate threats, collect debts. His voice was matter-of-fact. I've killed 17 men. Some deserved it. Some didn't. Elena's appetite vanished. Still curious, he asked. You're trying to scare me. I'm trying to be honest. He stood, took his bowl to the sink. You asked. I answered. Elena followed him. Do you regret it? Any of it? Vladimir's hand stilled on the dishes. Regret is expensive. I can't afford it. That's not an answer. He turned, faced her. They stood too close in the small kitchen. What do you want me to say, Elena? That I'm a good man? I'm not? That I'll change? I won't. His eyes searched hers. But I'm trying to be better. For you. I didn't ask you to. I know, but I'm doing it anyway. The air between them crackled, heavy, dangerous. Elena stepped back. I should shower. Elena. She stopped. Thank you, Vladimir said quietly. For what? For staying, for trying. He turned back to the dishes. It means more than you know. Elena fled to the bathroom. Late that night, she couldn't sleep. She wandered to the living room, found Vladimir on the balcony, smoking, staring at the snow-covered mountains. You smoke? Elena asked from the doorway. Only when I'm thinking. About what? Things I can't control. He took a drag, exhaled smoke into the cold air. You should be sleeping. Can't. Elena wrapped her arms around herself. It's weird, sleeping here, with you. We have separate rooms. That's not what I mean. She stepped onto the balcony. Cold air bit her skin. I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. For you to, I don't know, show your true colors. These are my true colors. Vladimir gestured to himself. Cigarette dangerous. Trying. Trying what? To not be my father. The words came out rough, painful. He was cruel. To my mother. To me. Vladimir crushed the cigarette under his heel. I swore I'd never be like him. But here I am. Elena's chest tightened. You haven't hurt me. Not physically. His eyes met hers. But the rest. Yeah, the rest. They stood in silence. Can I ask you something? Elena finally said. Always. That night. The anniversary. Why did you really choose me? Vladimir was quiet for a long moment. You were standing by the cake, looking terrified. Just in a second I realized you have something connected with my wife's running. But after all that, I saw something in you. Strength, loyalty, fire. His voice dropped. I wanted that. Needed it. So you trapped it. Yes, no excuse. And I'd do it again. Elena should have been angry, should have screamed, run. Instead, she asked, what happens now? Now? Vladimir moved closer. Now we see if you can live in my world, and if I can be worth living for. That's a lot of pressure. I know. Elena's heart raced. What if I can't? What if it's impossible? Vladimir's hand reached out, touched her cheek. Then we fail together, he whispered. The next morning, Elena woke to an empty apartment. A note on the kitchen counter. Had to handle business. Back tonight. Guards are outside if you need anything. Business, code for something dangerous. Elena tried not to think about it. Went to work, arranged flowers, smiled at clients. But her phone stayed silent all day. No texts, no calls. By evening, worry gnawed at her stomach. Why do I care? I should be happy he's gone. But she wasn't. She paced the penthouse, watched the door, checked her phone obsessively. Midnight came, then 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Finally at 3, the door opened. Vladimir stumbled in. Blood on his shirt, bruise forming on his jaw. Elena jumped up. What happened? Nothing. I'm fine. You're bleeding. It's not my blood. He walked past her, toward the bathroom. Elena followed. Whose blood is it? Someone who won't be a problem anymore. Vladimir? Drop it, Elena. His voice was sharp, exhausted. But she didn't drop it. She grabbed the first aid kit, met him in the bathroom. Sit, she ordered. I said I'm fine. And I said sit. Something in her voice made him obey. Elena cleaned the cut on his knuckles, wrapped his hand. Her touch gentle despite her anger. You kill people, she said quietly. Yes. And I'm living with you, eating with you, caring about you. Vladimir's eyes softened. Does that make you angry? It makes me confused. Elena finished wrapping. You were worried. Yes. She looked up, met his gaze. And I hate that I was worried. Vladimir's hand caught hers. Elena, don't. She left him sitting there, blood-stained, bruised, watching her go. And for the first time, Vladimir looked almost vulnerable, like maybe he needed her more than she needed him. That thought kept Elena awake all night. 2 months had passed. Elena barely recognized herself anymore. She woke up in Vladimir's penthouse, drank coffee he made, kissed him goodbye. When had that started? She couldn't remember. It just happened. One morning he'd leaned in, and she hadn't pulled away. Now it was routine, terrifying, comfortable, wrong, right, all at once. The dinner party was Vladimir's idea. Business associates, he'd said. "I want them to meet my wife." Wife. The word still felt foreign, but less so every day. Elena wore a black dress, elegant, expensive. Vladimir had bought it for her. She'd stopped refusing his gifts. What's happening to me? The guests arrived. Wealthy men. Dangerous men. Their elegant wives smiled with cold eyes. Elena played her role perfectly, laughed at jokes, poured wine, held Vladimir's hand, and across the table she noticed him. Dmitri, Vladimir's closest friend, tall, charming, handsome in a softer way than Vladimir. He smiled at Elena throughout dinner. At first she thought nothing of it. But then, when Vladimir stepped away to take a call, Dmitri leaned closer. "You're different from Sofia," he said quietly. Elena stiffened. "You knew her?" Everyone knew her. She was fragile, beautiful but breakable. His eyes studied Elena. "You're steel underneath." Vladimir chose well this time. He didn't choose, he forced. Dmitri's smile widened. "Did he? You're still here. You could have run a dozen times by now." "He'd find me. Maybe, or maybe you stayed because part of you wants to." Elena's breath caught. "You don't know what you're talking about. Don't I?" Dmitri's hand brushed hers on the table. Brief, electric. "If you ever need an escape, or just someone to talk to, I'm here." Before Elena could respond, Vladimir returned. His eyes immediately went to Dmitri's hand. Something dark flickered across his face. "Dmitri," Vladimir said coldly, "help me with something in my study." "Of course." Dmitri stood, winked at Elena. They disappeared down the hall. Elena's heart raced. What just happened? The guests left around midnight. Vladimir was silent, tense. Elena cleaned up. "Leave it," Vladimir said. "We need to talk." "About what?" "Dmitri." Elena's stomach dropped. "What about him?" Vladimir stepped closer, eyes hard. "What did he say to you?" "Nothing, just small talk." "Don't lie to me, Elena." His voice was dangerously quiet. "I saw how he looked at you." "I didn't look at him anyway." "He touched your hand." "Barely. It's never nothing with Dmitri." Vladimir's jaw clenched. "He's done this before, with Sofia. Tried to turn her against me." Elena's eyes widened. "Wait, Dmitri and Sofia?" "He wanted her. Convinced her I was a monster. Helped her plan her escape." Vladimir's voice cracked slightly. "My best friend. Betraying me." "And why is he still alive? Still your friend?" "Because I have no proof. And because I'm weak. I can't cut out everyone who hurts me." Elena's anger softened. "Vladimir, he'll try the same with you. Seduce you. Make you think you can escape. That you deserve better." Vladimir's eyes met hers. Vulnerable. Raw. "And maybe you do. Maybe you deserve someone who isn't soaked in blood." "Stop." "But I can't let you go." His voice broke. Elena's chest tightened. This was it. Her chance. Dmitri had offered escape. She could play along. Freedom. Finally. Do it. This is your moment. But looking at Vladimir's face, broken. Honest. "I'm not Sofia," Elena said quietly. "I know." "No. Listen." She stepped closer. "I'm not going to run. Not with Dmitri." Vladimir's eyes searched hers. "Why not?" Because Elena swallowed hard. "Because as messed up as this is, I think I'm starting to understand you." "Understanding isn't love." "No, but it's something." Her hand touched his chest, felt his heartbeat. Vladimir's hand covered hers. "Elena, don't make me regret this," she whispered. Then she kissed him. Not forced, not reluctant. Vladimir pulled her closer. When they parted, his forehead rested against hers. "I don't deserve you," he breathed. "Probably not." Elena smiled slightly. That night, Elena made her decision. While Vladimir slept, she texted Dmitri. "Elena, we need to talk. Alone. Tomorrow. Dmitri, I knew you'd come around. There's a cafe downtown. 3 p.m. Elena, I'll be there." She deleted the messages, turned off her phone, and tried to ignore the guilt eating her alive. The cafe was small. Dmitri sat in the corner, smiled when Elena arrived. "I wasn't sure you'd come," he said. Elena sat across from him. "I almost didn't." "But you did. which means you're ready. Ready for what? To leave him. To be free. Dmitri leaned forward. I can help you, Elena. Just like I helped Sofia. I know. Vladimir is dangerous, possessive. He'll never let you go willingly. I know that too. Dmitri's smile widened. So you understand. We need to be careful. Smart. He pulled out a phone. Here. Untraceable. We'll coordinate everything. I have contacts who can get you new papers, new identity. You can disappear. I'm not running. Dmitri froze. What? Elena's eyes hardened. I came here to tell you to stay away from me, and from Vladimir. Elena, you don't understand. No? You don't understand. She leaned forward. Vladimir told me how you manipulated Sofia, how you're trying to do the same to me. Dmitri's charm cracked. He's lying. Is he? Or are you the liar? Elena stood. I don't know what your game is. Power, revenge, I don't care, but I'm not a pawn. You think you love him. Dmitri's voice turned cold. You think he's changed, but he hasn't. He's a killer, Elena. A monster. Yes, he is. Elena grabbed her bag. But he's honest about it. You hide behind smiles and charm. That makes you worse. She turned to leave. You'll regret this, Dmitri called after her. When he shows his true colors, when he hurts you, you'll wish you'd listened. Elena stopped at the door, looked back. Maybe, but at least it'll be my choice. She walked out. When Elena returned to the penthouse, Vladimir was pacing, frantic. Where were you? He grabbed her shoulders. You disappeared. Turned off your phone. I met with Dmitri. Vladimir went pale. What? Elena took his hands. I needed to see for myself, to hear him out. And I told him to stay away from us. She met his eyes. I chose you, Vladimir. Despite everything, I chose you. Vladimir's grip tightened. Why? Because you're honest. Because you're trying. Because... She took a breath. Because I think I'm falling for you, and that terrifies me. But it's real. Vladimir pulled her into his arms, held her like she might vanish. I'll spend my whole life proving you didn't make a mistake, he whispered into her hair. You better. They stood there, holding each other. Two broken people, finding something whole. 3 days later, everything felt right. Too right. Elena should have known. Vladimir was different, softer. He smiled more, touched her like she was precious. They cooked together, laughed together, fell asleep tangled in each other's arms. This is happiness, Elena thought. This is what I've been missing. But happiness in Vladimir's world never lasted. The call came at midnight. Vladimir's phone rang. He answered immediately. His face went dark. When? A pause. Where? Another pause. I'll handle it. He hung up, started dressing. What's wrong? Elena asked. Business, stay here, I'll be back soon. Vladimir, lock the door, don't open it for anyone. He kissed her forehead. I mean it, Elena, anyone. Then he was gone. Elena sat alone in the dark penthouse. Something felt wrong. Very wrong. An hour passed, then 2. Elena paced, checked her phone. Nothing. Then a knock at the door. She froze. Elena, it's me, Dmitri. Her blood ran cold. Go away. I can't, it's about Vladimir, he's in trouble. Elena's heart raced. What kind of trouble? Open the door, please, there's no time. Every instinct screamed danger, but Vladimir's name made her hesitate. She cracked the door open, chain still on. Dmitri stood there, face bruised, shirt torn, blood on his collar. What happened? Elena gasped. Ambush. Vladimir's enemies. They knew he'd be alone tonight. Dmitri's eyes were desperate. He sent me to get you. We need to leave, now. I don't believe you. Elena, please. He's hurt. He needs you. But they're coming here next. Who's coming? His rivals. They know about you. About this place. Dmitri grabbed the door. We have 30 seconds. Come with me or die here. Choose. Elena's mind raced. This could be a trap. But what if it's real? What if Vladimir is hurt? She thought of him, bleeding, alone. needing her. Elena dialed, straight to voicemail. Fear twisted her stomach. See? He can't answer because he's hurt. Dimitri's voice cracked. Please, Elena. I failed Sophia. I won't fail you. Something in his desperation felt real. Elena made her choice. She grabbed her coat, opened the door. Where is he? My car, downstairs, hurry. They ran. The elevator felt too slow. Elena's heart hammered. Please be okay, please be okay. The garage was dark, empty. Dimitri's car sat in the corner, engine running. Get in the back, Dimitri said. He's there. Elena yanked the door open. The back seat was empty. She turned. What? Dimitri grabbed her, hand over her mouth. I'm sorry, he whispered, but you chose wrong. Elena screamed against his palm, kicked, fought. Another man appeared, helped drag her into the car. The world spun. Something pricked her neck. A needle. No, 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 no! Darkness swallowed her. Elena woke to movement. Car, still moving. Her head pounded. She was in the back seat, hands tied, Dimitri driving. You're awake, he said, not unkind. Good. We're almost there. Where? Her voice cracked. Somewhere Vladimir will come looking. Understanding crashed over her. You're using me as bait. Smart girl. Dimitri glanced in the mirror. Vladimir has something I want. Power, territory, respect. And he'll trade it all for you. He'll kill you! Maybe. Or maybe I'll kill him first. Dimitri smiled. Either way, I win. Elena's wrists burned against the ropes. Why do you hate him so much? Hate? Dimitri laughed. I don't hate Vladimir. I envy him. Everything he has. Everything he is. I've lived in his shadow my whole life. So this is about jealousy? This is about taking what should have been mine from the beginning. The car stopped. An abandoned warehouse. Rusty. Dark. Perfect for nightmares. Dimitri dragged Elena inside, tied her to a chair under a single flickering light. Now we wait, he said. He'll come. He always does for what he loves. Elena's heart sank. I walked right into this, exactly like he planned. 2 hours later, the warehouse door exploded inward. Vladimir stepped through, alone, gun in hand, fury in his eyes. Dimitri, his voice echoed. Show yourself. Up here. Dimitri appeared on the catwalk above. Nice of you to come. Vladimir's eyes found Elena. Relief, then rage. Let her go. This is between us. No. She's exactly why this is happening. Dimitri descended the stairs. 5 armed men appeared from the shadows. You see, Vladimir, you have terrible taste in friends. And wives. I trusted you. Your first mistake. Dimitri circled them. Your second was thinking you could keep her. Elena deserves better than a monster. And you're better? Vladimir's laugh was dark. You're using her. Threatening her. That's not love, Dimitri. That's obsession. At least I'm honest about what I want. No, you're a coward hiding behind lies. Dimitri's face twisted. Men, take him! The 5 men moved forward. Vladimir didn't hesitate. He fought like something inhuman. Brutal, efficient, deadly. 1 man went down, then another. But they overwhelmed him, pinned him to the ground. Dimitri walked over, gun pointed at Vladimir's head. Any last words? Dimitri asked. Vladimir looked at Elena, blood dripping from his lip, eyes soft. I love you, he said. To her. Only her. I'm sorry I wasn't better. Tears streamed down Elena's face. Vladimir. Dimitri cocked the gun. Everything slowed. Elena screamed, threw her weight against the chair. It tipped. Crashed. The rope loosened. She ripped her hands free, grabbed a metal pipe from the floor, swung with everything she had. The pipe connected with Dimitri's skull. He dropped, hard. The gun skidded across the floor. Vladimir broke free, grabbed it, pointed at the remaining men. Leave now or join him. They ran. Silence. Vladimir rushed to Elena, untied her feet, pulled her into his arms. You saved me, he breathed. You saved me first. Multiple times. Elena pulled back, looked at Dimitri's unconscious form. Is he alive? Unfortunately. Vladimir stood, pulled out his phone. I'll call my men. They'll handle him. What will you do to him? Vladimir's eyes darkened. What I should have done years ago. Don't kill him. Vladimir stared. What? I mean it. Don't kill him. Elena touched his face. If you do, you'll prove he was right, that you're just a monster, nothing more. Elena! But if you let him live, if you show mercy, maybe you prove you can be something better. Vladimir's jaw worked. He tried to kill me, kill you. I know, and he'll pay for it. Prison, exile, whatever, but not death. Elena's eyes pleaded, please, for me. Vladimir closed his eyes, took a shaking breath. Fine, he lives, but he disappears, forever. Thank you. Vladimir pulled her close again. You're too good for this world, for my world. Maybe, or maybe I'm exactly what your world needs. They held each other among the ruins, broken, bloody, but together, and outside sirens wailed. Not Vladimir's men, real police. Elena had managed to trigger a silent alarm when she freed herself. Vladimir tensed. Elena, what did you— I didn't call them for you, she said quickly. I called them for Dmitri. He needs to face real justice, not your kind. Police burst in, guns drawn. They saw Dmitri unconscious, Vladimir armed, Elena bruised. Drop the weapon. Vladimir looked at Elena, a question in his eyes. She nodded. He dropped the gun, raised his hands. This man, Elena pointed to Dmitri, kidnapped me. He's the one you want. This man, she gestured to Vladimir, saved my life. The police hesitated. Vladimir's reputation preceded him. They knew who he was. But Elena's testimony, the evidence, Dmitri's men fleeing, it was enough. They arrested Dmitri, not Vladimir. For once, justice worked. Later, in the car driving home, Elena asked, What happens now? Vladimir was quiet for a long time. I don't know, he finally said. You saw the worst of my world tonight. The violence, the betrayal, I also saw you almost die for me. I would, in a heartbeat. Elena took his hand, squeezed. I know, that's why I'm still here. Vladimir looked at her, really looked. You could leave, right now, I wouldn't stop you. After tonight, you deserve to walk away. Do you want me to leave? No, God, no. Then I'm staying. Elena smiled slightly. Someone needs to keep you from becoming your father. Might as well be me. Vladimir laughed. Actually laughed. The sound was beautiful. How did I get so lucky? Lucky? You kidnapped me at your anniversary party. Best decision I ever made. Elena rolled her eyes, but she was smiling. Because despite everything, the violence, the darkness, the impossible situation, she'd found something real. Something worth fighting for, and so had he.